Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Talia Channel, where the five of us get together and we channel and we answer one collective question and one personal question. We are delighted you're here. If you have a question for our group, please put it in the comments below and we'll pick it up and we'll put it into one of our episodes. So just to get started, to begin, Vicky has a collective question. She is curious about the dimensions that we can access in a physical body. How will accessing different dimensions play out in our body? How many can we access in our lifetime? So again, all about the dimensions that we can access in a physical body. How will it play out and how many can we access in our lifetime? So with that, let's go in, connect up, and whoever's ready can just begin to answer Vicky's question.
I can even just share without having to go anywhere. Just from sharing from my own experience and journey with raising my vibration, expanding my consciousness, um, and in the human body, being in this experience of being a human, the more you work on yourself, so to speak, and get all of the stories and the patternings and the conditioning of the human experience out from childhood through society, through the world, through all of these things. And the more you come back into your true essence, which is your soul, right? Um, the more you are able to raise your vibration, which means you're able to access a more multidimensional being of yourself, right? And so all of that has to be in the body because you're here as a human. And so all of that indeed you do while you're in the body. So you can never really leave the body. I mean, your consciousness expands out, right? When we're talking about right now with our eyes open, we're looking at a 3D world, right? That's the experience of reality. Then there's a 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D, all of these dimensions that Vicky's asking about as a universal question for us. And all of that is accessed through the heart space. The heart space, I mean, it kind of gets a little bit layered, but through the heart, because everything is inside the heart, the whole galaxy, the whole universe is inside through the heart. So there is no limit, so to speak, from my experience, how many dimensions you can access as a human in the human body. It just depends on your specific soul journey, um, and how you expand or how you grow or how you elevate, keep elevating your vibration, so that you can. I mean, many of us are also communicating with other galactic beings that are not human, right? So they are in a far, far further out dimension, that this 3D dimension. So obviously that's possible. And then beyond that, for example, from my experience, because I'm a multidimensional traveler, so what that really means is that I travel into other dimensions, um, which everybody can do, by the way. Again, we all have the access to it. It's just depending on where everybody individually is in their journey. And so as a human, you can even travel outside of this galaxy and into other galaxies. I mean, it's just infinite. There's so much in science that we don't even know yet. We don't even know really much far beyond this galaxy that Earth and the Sun and the Moon, Neptune, Mars, and all of these planets are in. But it's one tiny little microcosm, and there's black holes, and you can go into other dimensions and galaxies there. So I would say it's limitless depending on your journey.
Hmm.
It's just sharing from my own experience.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think too the trick here, right, is we are in this physical body. Like our immediate experience is this third three-dimensional experience. This is where we're learning our life lessons. This is where we're meant to sort of play out our humanness. But the access to these other dimensions is absolutely available through through higher vibrations, through really working on raising those vibrations. So, like I think about psychics who can automatically see into different dimensions. You know, they can see the spirit world, the spirit dimension. I think about channelers who can communicate with the galactic realm, like you say, Yaz, who can talk to these interdimensional beings. So I agree that it's limitless. I don't think we can begin to know. We have, you know, trillions of galaxies out there, and the more evolved, the more we're able to raise our own vibration through our heart space, the more access we're going to have to these other realms. But it really is important to lift your vibration, you know, and get that vibration nice and high so that you can actually sort of tolerate the vibration of these other dimensions. And I think that's a really critical point. So, yeah, it's a really interesting question for sure. Appreciate it, Vicky.
Yeah. And it's like our heart is like you could say a stargate. And and then it's true about the raising your vibration, your frequency, but it's not as if that was an end point, like, oh, I have to raise it and then I've arrived, right? Because in my experience, it's a wave of sometimes I'm feeling like really in the flow, and I can even like experience my personal heart stargate as like this um, limitless world, and just like a jumping off spot to just go. And then other times, I am just in this space, this 3D space, completely uh, physical with everything closed in around me here. And then I think the trick is then to realize where you're at and really like experience where you're at, and then make that intention to go beyond. And with that intention is your own personal way of finding how to get like to this higher space, having the courage to try, having the courage to be, and then to move on to um, whatever that next level is for you, like forgiveness or grateful for something, or whatever it is that you can keep going up into like joy and and the higher vibrations of love. So there can be lots of ways to get yourself there. A happy childhood memory, or just a beautiful picture of some place that you've been. So these are ways to get to that launching spot of being able to then just go oof, out, uh, which is also in, which is so fun to experience.
Hmm.
I'm feeling that probably the easiest dimension we can access is um, elementals like fairies and um, other, beings that are around us, and when they want to communicate when we are ready. So I think, yeah.
The fairy dimension, right, Tanya?
Mm. Yeah, and that's just also because it's
Yeah,
connected to nature. Going into
Mhm.
nature,
yeah.
that's the element where all the elementals, the
Mm-hmm.
udines and the
Mhm.
the gnomes and the fairies and all of the elementals, the trees, they're part of that too. Animals, like, hmm
Definitely high vibration when you're out in that beauty, you know, experiencing all that nature. Nice.
I'm gonna talk about my experience without even channeling. We all, five of us, went to school and we learned how to channel, and we had someone taking us up, 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 rising our vibration, giving us visuals of being an elevator with someone, and they taking us to these angelic realms. It's a one way. We were learning that, and it's accessible for just rising your own vibration. Another way of connecting to other dimension I found by just losing identities and being still. The less you have a name yourself, like I'm a channeler, I'm a healer, kind of losing all of that and just being still inside, then other dimensions kind of are moving in. They have a space to present themselves, and that occasionally you will have a vision of something and some message because of that quietness of your mind, when actually you can go all the way up. You have these moments, it's almost like lightning sometimes, and it's strong message, strong vision, and it's lands and somewhere you actually can take it without being not even analyzing, and being grateful you had this experience. So it's two ways, and no limit. I don't think any limits are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also getting just from my guides that this whole like how does it play out in our body? I think this is where sometimes you see spontaneous healing, and I think it's also linked to near-death experiences, where you are in that different, your body, your physical body is in this different vibration, and then you come back into this 3D world. So anyway, I think there's
Or,
examples of that today.
yeah. Also the
Mhm.
purging that happens.
Yeah.
The
Uh,
letting go of the gunk.
uh-huh.
You know
Yeah.
what? DMT is there too. If for
Oh
people,
yeah.
yeah, you can just have that
Yeah.
trip all the way to the gut and back
Yeah.
in 10 minutes. I do not recommend it because you have to be ready for that. But
Yeah. Yeah.
if you are on your way and you know it's for you, you will feel it. That
Yeah.
spirit will call you. It's a
Yeah.
gut molecule, and you go all the way. So that's
Yeah, good point, Alia. So lots of ways, right?
yeah.
And we are not doctors. We're not recommending any of these things, but we are saying that there are lots of ways to get there. Very, very cool. What a great question to think about. I'm going to ponder on it. I know the rest of the day I'll be thinking about it. Um, so now we have a personal question from uh, Elena. So she is in the process of building a new house, but they've had a lot of rain, and it's really impacted the land where the house is being built. And she is starting to wonder if she should continue building the current house, or should she cut her losses and move to different land, land that maybe potentially isn't as impacted by this heavy flooding that's been going on in her area. So does she stay or does she go with this new house? So let's connect and see what our guides say. I can kick this off. So I'm getting a she should go. My guides are saying that this flooding is telling her that she needs to cut her losses on this house and move to this different land, and that there will be some real benefits with this new place, this new land. Um, and it feels really positive for her. This new, like starting to build in a new place with less flooding, and that I'm getting that the reason the flooding is happening now is to tell her to go now before she's invested more time and money in this current situation. So just what my guides are sharing with me.
I decided to get the cards, and it's a message from the fourth dimension, from the spirits. But it's very interesting. They explain the situation. And speaking of flooding, look at this card of this people that out in the
Yeah.
rain. Okay, so let's the place A where she is right now, what it's all about. If somehow she will integrate this flooding situation, like cleansing, clearing, and not getting into lots of meaning to that. I just like understanding that Mother Earth doing its work in that place. Then it will be stable after this event. This is event and it's clearing, cleansing, and everything later would be okay. But the interesting thing about the new place, place B, which is very transformative for her. That new place gonna infuse lots of energies where she will be able to release so much. It is a portal for her. It could be a little bit tight on money, a little bit. It's not right away. It's like in the material world, she will feel stable, but something else is there for her. Lots of releasing there, and I love this card. It's a yin yang.
Mm.
All these symbols. It's very strong, and the Queen of Pentacles there, which is her. The feminine gonna start blooming. Something going on there for her. Here she's gonna just get stable after all the floods.
Mm-hmm.
If she will let it be and understand what's going on. But on other, like, spiritually, it's better, of course, in a new place. Something happening there for her. Very positive.
Wow. That's so interesting because right away I was feeling like this message of make peace with the land.
Yeah.
So make peace with it and find a way to connect with it and build in a way that's harmonious. And this is all about where she is now. So that was really all I was getting was make peace, build there, but in a way that's harmonious. Yeah.
And what I was feeling, or what I'm feeling, is, yeah, it's kind of like there's a duality. So there's something that's calling her. It's like one of those, like, when we talk about those little gentle soul nudges, if you're quiet enough to listen to it. So there's something in her soul journey, in her heart, that's calling her to this other place. And to listen to that, to follow the heart. Okay, something's calling me there. So explore it. There's something to go explore there. But I'm not getting to I'm also seeing the place where they're building or started to build the house. I also see it as a solid foundation. So I see kind of like it's all about how you built it in a metaphorical sense, but also I guess like in a physical sense, but also like what's the foundation? Can the foundation be really solid? Because there's something there in the place, and it's maybe like it feels almost like she can move to this other place because her soul is calling her. There's something there for a while, but then she can like return, maybe like the retirement back at that place. So what I see at the current place is to have a really solid foundation, and I see like building like the cement blocks, like really a good solid foundation that is strong, that is lasting, something like that. That's why it feels like maybe that's somewhere where she returns. It's like an anchor point there. And yes, if you then look at the metaphorical, like the flooding right now is a clearing, cleansing, purifying. But there is something there as like a um even for the family, like some sort of anchor, solid foundation there. But right now, she's called to go to this other place. So it's kind of like yes and no. Like, don't stay there right now, but it's not like, stop building, sell the land, and go somewhere else. It's like maybe they can even build it and have someone else like rent it out as a property or something. But right now, go and live in this, go to this other place, explore that, whatever, and then, yeah, that's, does that make sense? kind of like that's what I got.
Yeah, it's exactly what the cards were saying, where they stay and integrate the rain. This is a
Mhm.
foundation. This is a family.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a card set exactly. Even if I didn't show it, you said that. It's amazing.
Mm.
Yeah.
I got very similar message about that everything is going to be fine with the current place. Just needs some time and maybe calm down about it's a little bit out of fear right now, thinking about, but it is also a call. Yeah, like Yas were saying that some like little voice of her soul is calling her to that other place that is more suitable for her spiritual growth, like for her soul growth and for so it's she's hearing the call, but like nothing wrong with this current place. Nothing nothing bad with her, nothing bad will happen. So and
Good.
Yeah.
I like all other messages too, very very corresponding with what
Yeah.
So I hope that helps, Elena.
Yeah.
Hope that provides some. It sounds like the choice is fully hers, and she can't go wrong either way. So that's great. Um, all right, I'd like to thank everyone. I'd like to thank our guides for all of the messages today. I'd like to thank everyone who's hung out and watched our our viewing our little show today. And we send you so much love and light. And don't forget to leave comments. Leave a comment or questions in the comments. All right. Thanks, everybody. Good to see you all. Bye.
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 I